Well, this exercise program goes back to 1985, and this magazine that I produced along with Cathy, and it's called, as you can see, Sportswoman, and it was the first all sports magazine for women in this country, and possibly in every other country too. Within that, the very first issue, I had already been a coach with the Streatham Ice Racing Club for some time, and I had been reading the work of Dr Dalton, who had done studies of women and the stresses and strains of their menstrual cycle. And as I had quite a few women in the speed skating club, I decided to put a program of exercise into action with their agreement, and I devised a 28-day cycle, as I called it, training program. And they kept a diary, of course, as we have to. And I didn't do anything that I hadn't worked out myself, and it had very good results in general levels of fitness for the women. Well, the boys and men all saw this and said that they wanted to do it too, because they saw the women as having a bit of an advantage, having this special training program for them. So I agreed, of course, that they could take part, but of course they would be able to pick and choose the weeks that they began their training on, because the one that I had devised for women was specifically to do with their menstrual cycle, hence the 28 days. As you know, we are all governed by the moon, and the water in our bodies is subject to gravitational pull. So in that way, of course, the men were just the same as the women. But this is the cycle that I worked out. And before I actually got the girls to agree to do it, I spoke to Dr Dalton, and she was delighted, and she thought it looked really good and promising. So this is the one that I actually then published in our magazine, and you will see that there's a worksheet. It's for 4 weeks, and it's for 6 days a week, and on the 7th they shall rest. And it devises a method by which women could exercise primarily indoors, and that's what brings us to the here and now, because it was also published in my book Women and Sport, that was published in 1988, and it has been very successful for the people who have undertaken that training program. And here it is, printed out, run out. That's the worksheet. That is very simple, and this is the actual program itself, she said. Hopefully that's making sense to you. And these can be run out, because I shall post them on my Facebook page as photographs, because that's all I can do really. You could download and print them out and get these sheets for yourself. So that's basically the story behind the exercise program that I produced. I do know that it's been used ever since, And I know that Cathy, who is now, she won't mind me saying, she is now 65, has been undertaking this program ever since. And she's one very fit lady, as I'm sure many people know who are her park run buddies and have seen her charity fundraising with her runs over the last couple of years. So we thought that in this new situation for everybody who has to be indoors or inside anyway, or within their own parameters of their own housing, to actually present you these exercises. And Cathy has agreed that she will be the demonstrator of those, because I can no longer do any. But we thought we'd do that in our own living room to demonstrate to you that it can be done indoors, and we'll also go outside we're fortunate to have outside space as well for her to do some work outside as well. So I hope that you enjoy this. It should be fun, and it keeps you fit, and if you're not fit already, it will increase your level of fitness. It's quite pleasant, and it moves through 4 phases basically, because it's based on that 28-day menstrual cycle. It begins with a mild week 1, a medium week 2, a hard week 3, and then a medium week 4, and then of course it reverts then again to the mild week 1. And there are 2 sessions a day, morning and evening, and I think they'll take you about 20-30 minutes a time. And of course you can pick and choose what you do, and I hope that you have some fun doing it, and it will increase your level of fitness while you're actually stuck indoors, as we all are at this time.